Kia is doing something with the PV5 that very few manufacturers have been willing to try. It is building a purpose-designed electric MPV on a platform shared with its commercial van and pricing it at roughly half what the only real competitor charges. In a market that spent the last decade pretending SUVs were the only answer for families, the PV5 is a quiet but pointed correction. The car you are looking at was filmed at a dealer event in Bucharest, finished in this pale blue with black accents. The front face is clean and modern, with Kia's Star Map daytime running light sitting in a narrow band across the upper bumper. There is no traditional grille because there is nothing behind it that needs cooling in the conventional sense. The charging port sits centrally, which means cables do not block either door when the car is plugged in. From the side, the PV5 keeps its van-derived silhouette but softens it with SUV-style wheel arch cladding and wraparound window trim. One detail worth knowing is that the lower body panels are modular, so a parking lot scuff can be replaced without repainting the entire side. The rear uses barn-style split doors rather than a single tailgate, which changes how you load the car, but also means you need less clearance behind it. The floor between the front seats is completely flat, which means you can pass between the driver and passenger side without climbing over a center console. The dashboard keeps things simple with a tablet-style screen mounted on a stalk, and the materials are durable rather than luxurious. There is no attempt to disguise the fact that this shares its bones with a working vehicle, but the seats are comfortable and the driving position sits higher than most SUVs. The rear cabin uses a fixed bench rather than individual sliding chairs, which is one area where it falls behind the flexibility of older MPVs. The upholstery has a slightly commercial feel, but the space is vast. Headroom and legroom are generous enough that adult passengers will not feel like afterthoughts. 46.6 cubic feet behind the rear seats, expanding to 81.2 with them folded flat. That first number alone is larger than most hatchbacks with every seat down. The load lip is low, the opening is wide, and the floor uses a textured rubber surface designed to stop items from sliding. If comparisons like this help you decide, subscribe so you catch the next one. Under the floor, there's additional covered storage for items you want to keep out of sight. The powertrain is not designed to impress on a spec sheet. 161 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque from a single front-mounted motor with a 0 to 60 time of roughly 10 seconds. What matters more is the driving experience, which has been described as surprisingly refined for something built on a van platform. The 71.2 kWh battery delivers 256 miles of WLTP range, though real-world driving will bring that closer to 200. That is one area where the Volkswagen ID.Buzz, with up to 291 miles officially, does have a genuine advantage. For most daily use, though, 200 miles covers a full week of commuting without needing a charger, and DC charging at 150 kilowatts brings the battery from 10 to 80% in around 30 minutes. The 7-seat version is expected later in 2026, which means buyers who need a third row may want to hold off. For everyone else, the 5-seat PV5 is already one of the strongest value propositions in the electric vehicle market. Kia backs it with a 7-year warranty, where the VW ID.Buzz offers 3 in most markets. The modular body panels, the flat floor, and the fact that all of this costs roughly what a compact electric SUV would cost makes the PV5 hard to argue against on substance. Whether it signals a genuine return for the MPV or remains a niche choice depends entirely on how many buyers are willing to look past the SUV aisle. If early sales numbers are any indication, more people are paying attention than anyone expected. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.